Hey everybody, John Huber here, Maryland Education Network, brought to you by Maryland K-12. So Arundel County is going to do a big redistricting study. I say to them, good luck. You ever see Liam Neeson movie, Good Luck? That's kind of how I feel. Let me tell you why, folks. There is nothing more controversial in education. Nothing that will cause more anger, that will cause more arguments, that will cause more controversy, and just cause really, really deep-seated arguing than redistricting studies and redistricting in general. Nobody wins. And it is, I'm telling you, it's going to be a bloodbath. And you can mark my word, because I'm looking at what Arundel County's up to. And honestly, in their defense, they kind of have to. They kind of have to. And they have to because there's because it's grown so fast and it's grown so much over the past 10, 15, 20 years, which is another topic, which I'm not crazy about. I'm from Arundel County, and the amount of houses. But anyway, it's grown so much that they're adding schools. They're adding another high school, and they just have to kind of redistrict because allegedly they have, like a bunch of empty seats in different places, and some places are overcrowded. So they're looking at ways to kind of even it out. People choose their place to live who have children based on the school system. That's why they live there. People choose to live in Pasadena because they want their kid to go, or they went, or they think that maybe Northeast is a nice place, or Chesapeake's a nice place. People live in, they want to live in the Old Mill area because they like the Old Mill schools. They like certain things, and they want to go there. Along comes the school system and says, well, we're going to start redrawing the boundaries and we're going to make you go somewhere else. That really upsets people. They think it's going to affect their property values, and in many cases it does. So it is a difficult task. Then what happens is you have two major arguments when they start reshuffling kids. One is, I bought this house because that's where I wanted my child to go, and now you're telling me I have to go somewhere else. That's one argument. The other argument is, so now because you're going to redistrict, we're going to take a whole bunch of kids from over there and you're going to bring them into our school, and that's going to make our school a worse school. Then you get that argument. And then the people whose children are going from one school to the other, they get upset about it because they're insulted, because you're basically saying, we don't want your kids over here because you guys come from the other side of the tracks and we don't want you around here. And it just goes south from there. I can tell you there was in Baltimore County, there's the Route 40 issue. If you're not familiar with that, out on the west side in the Catonsville, there was some really very difficult conversations and arguments and whatnot involving a couple of schools out on the west side, because one side of Route 40 was generally a pretty decent place to be. The other side had a lot more poverty, crime, that sort of thing, and they moved some things around to have, it did not go well. And I can tell you this, I'm already seeing comments. I'm looking at their Facebook their Facebook comments, and they're starting to they're starting to get to the place where I'm saying, here's one that says, have you factored, this is a quote from a lady on Facebook, have you factored in the logistics of transportation before making final decisions? Also, my concern with redistricting is bringing the problem children from the problem districts into our area just to fill seats, creating more problems for the schools. So the person replies back and says, what do you mean the problem children in the problem districts? I didn't know all the problem kids lived in one district. And now the battle lines are set, and that's the problem, folks. I'm telling you, it's going to get ugly. And not only that, okay, we're not talking about a little redistricting at, in a couple elementary. It looks like they're going to redraw the boundaries of the entire county. It's going to get ugly. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'll be the first one to admit it's wrong. But I can tell you, nobody wins in these things. And here's the other thing I can tell you: the school system. This is my opinion. The school system already knows how they want it to go. All these public meetings for inputs and surveys and all, it's window dressing, in my opinion. They know how they want it to go. They know how it's going to make the most logistically, and that's what they want to do. And they just have to kind of do this stuff to get it through. And it's so. Next couple of years is going to be interesting. I'll keep my eye on, see what I can find out. But if you have kids who are in Arundel County and you're wrapped up in this, I wish you the best. Give me some comments. Let me know if there's anything you want to know about any of this stuff. And I don't know what I can do, but I'll tell you, it is Anne Arundel County is just really, really having some difficult times these days. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day.